These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Our ABC15 team staying on top of a crash involving a pedestrian near Scottsdale Road in Thunderbird. We're told a woman went to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police closing off part of the southbound side of Scottsdale Road near Thunderbird near the Scottsdale Airport. Developing right now, the Sweet James chopper up over the scene of a man trapped underneath a mobile home. First responders racing to that property near 107th Avenue in Union Hills. They say the man has not responded as they try to assess the situation and get him to safety. Look for more updates ahead at 5. In today's Operation Safe Roads report, a reminder you can make your voice heard about improvements on the 101 I-10 interchange in the West Valley during tonight's ADOT meeting. ADOT is considering adding new HOV ramps from the southbound 101 to the eastbound 10, as well as the westbound 10 to the northbound 101. We'll also discuss ramp improvements to the 101 at Thomas and McDowell and noise walls. Tonight's meeting begins at 6. You can find it on Zoom. The Operation Safe Roads team will monitor this project and keep you updated with how it may impact your commute. Our team at ABC15 following up on the legal fight involving more than 100 Phoenix fire captains battling the city for back pay they say they are owed. The group is asking for more than $32 million. They say a number of fire captains are still not being paid the correct amount, adding this goes against an agreement between the fire department and the city. The claim alleges captains with specialty training like paramedics or aircraft rescue were paid less than firefighters without that training. Captain Scott Porter tells ABC15 he first discovered the discrepancy last year.
And when I found out that I was paid less than captains who didn't have that training, and also less than the engineer that I was supervising at Station 19, I knew something was wrong.
Yeah, Captain Porter wants to make it clear he doesn't hold any ill will toward the department or his colleagues, but just wants to be paid for his work. The group is also asking for damages and attorney's fees. ABC15 reached out to City of Phoenix officials. They told us they can't comment on pending litigation. Threats like these are why ABC15 hosted a town hall Wednesday at Barry Goldwater High School. Our team listening to police, parents, school staff, and students. The conversation moderated by our own Eleni Dow, covering topics including mental health, social media, and lockdown drills. Discussion also turning to possible ways to help end school threats.
Building those relationships, with our students and our staff members, understanding the students.
So we want to be a part of empowering schools and students to push out the messaging. This isn't acceptable anymore. It's not funny.
The full town hall and more of our in-depth reporting on this issue is posted to our website, abc15.com. New rules on the way to protect infants after a string of deaths tied to popular baby products. Here's what health insiders want you to know. In a first for the product, infant support cushions must now adhere to federal safety standards, including firmness testing, a ban on restraints, and a strongly worded warning against leaving a child on a lounger or stuffed mat unattended. U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission linking these products to 79 deaths and 124 injuries between 2010 and 2022.
So important to make sure these products are only used while your baby is awake for tummy time activities and while the parent is aware and right there with the baby at all times.
And the new rule takes effect in 6 months. You can find a list of every recalled product online right now at cpsc.gov. ABC15 looking out for your health. Earlier this week, we told you about that nationwide recall of ready-to-eat meat and poultry products. Now that recall is expanding. Federal officials say it now covers nearly 12 million pounds of food, and some of it may have been sent to schools. The recall includes foods produced between May 31st and October 8th. Products were sold at stores including Costco, Trader Joe's, Target, Walmart, and Kroger. Find a full breakdown of the recalled items on abc15.com. ABC15 hearing from a Scottsdale woman who reached out to us in hopes of finding a rideshare driver to say thank you. Back in August, Karen Fisher says she fell in Old Town on extremely hot pavement. We're told her Lyft driver tried to help her up as they looked for more help. Fisher says the driver took her home and then came back later to check on her. It's a good thing she did because Karen would end up spending about 3 weeks in the hospital with third-degree burns and even needed skin graft surgery.
It was the first time I ever thought I was going to die.
Really?
I never thought about dying until I was down there trying to get up, and I thought, boy, this could be the end.
Yes, Karen wants to find her Lyft driver. She only knows her name is Sandra. She told ABC 15 she really wants to thank her in person and give her a big hug. ABC 15's Jordan Bonke has reached out to Lyft. We're still waiting to hear back from the company.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Stellan. Still tracking this storm system set to come in tomorrow. We've got a cold front with it, dropping temperatures dramatically, picking up winds, and bringing chances for showers and thunderstorms to our state as it pushes through. For the valley, key timing will be between about 5 and 11 a.m. for tomorrow, but it's not looking like a lot. Around 1/10 of an inch is about the most we can hope for with some of the scattered showers that'll work their way through. The snow level up north falling to 6,500 feet Friday night into Saturday morning. Now looking like we might see about 1 to 2 inches of snow in the Flagstaff area out of that, and it's going to get really gusty too. Gust here in the valley, 35 miles per hour, 40 to 55 mile per hour wind gust across the high country, and wind advisories in effect for a lot of spots up there. So your valley forecast tomorrow putting that rain chance in the morning, waking up to the 60s, then getting gusty in the afternoon with a high of 80 degrees here in Phoenix. We'll drop even lower on Saturday to 78 with overnight lows in the 50s early Saturday and Sunday mornings.